Alright guys, Supreme Com here. So you guys already know. So let's kind of talk about what we are getting for the upcoming next 2 weeks here. So right at the bat, let's talk about the headlining stuff to be talking about the banner, right? We are going to be getting another Soka banner, and this is what we are getting. We are going to be getting the Soka Festival banner for the Gundam Exia Dark Matter. So it's going to be another rehash, right? So I don't know. I feel like Exia Dark Matter is definitely somewhat of a hype. Maybe I don't know. You guys can definitely let me know how you guys feel about this unit. So I think overall design is definitely that really edgy unit. Definitely does pique a lot of people interest. But like I said again, I think the biggest turn up is the fact that this one is a recycled banner. So for those who have this full set this unit already, it's probably not going to be the most enticing thing, right? But something to pretty much look for in terms of my personal what I envision is that back part unit. There should be like another extra set of melee weapon besides these two right here. I think this one is the Bronico, right? And then this one is the Prominent. Like there should be another set. If they want to just toss in something new, they could have just give us like another option. It's like, oh, here's like an extra set of melee weapon. It's like the one that he uses. He, I don't. I can't really specifically say what scene he used it at, but there's he. You guys that did watch the Build Fighter, you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's probably the only thing we're missing so far from the Dark Matter Ixia. But other than that, the original one has pretty much everything. And secondly, I think the other thing is like they can recycle unit, right? But they gotta give us brand new EX skill. What they did for the Strike War, I wouldn't say is necessarily that great. They did went ahead and give us like a quote unquote brand new EX skill, but it's not what I envisioned for like a Sokai unit or from like a Gundam Festival unit. So this one, they either give us like a completely new EX skill, or we are pretty much gonna be seeing the same two, especially like the back part and then the legs. Those are probably the only two quote unquote good EXQ. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So this one is going to be a P attribute. And is this one going to be a big scale or a 1 to 1 forest for? If they want to match things up with the Starbucks Strike they released a while ago, they would not make this one to a big scale, but they can totally do that. That's definitely up to how they want to manage it. But if they want to go for like that 1-on-1 ratio, they should just release this one as a 1 to 1 for it, and I think that should be fine. Because like if they just keep releasing big scales, I don't think it's gonna help that much. Just because of the fact that you can't really viably subslot big scale onto big scale anyway. So yeah, that's just kind of my thought. So yeah, you guys can definitely let me know about the Exia right here. Whether know you like it or not. So yeah. Coming over to some of the other news, we have so this is gonna be the second revive or recycled a pilot. So we have Celine here, so it's not bad, right? I think she might just potentially have, let's say, Protect once again. But I think the biggest problem right now is, oh, so they're recycling unit or they're recycling AI pilots, but we're not able to access their alternative attribute, which is kind of weird. So I don't know what's up with that because we should be able to, but it's not. So sad. I don't know what kind of portrait she's packing, but I don't. And then the other question is like, what kind of attribute or what kind of, let's say, license she's on? Probably support type again. I don't know, probably going to be the best one she was going to be on. But yeah, that's that. And then coming up here, we have the Warfare event. So yeah, we are getting the Warfare version of the Tryon 3. So yeah, we just got sent the standard version as an alteration. So that's quite surprised they have this one. I think this one is probably up on the schedule as like recycle or cycling through. So that's why this one is up in the air right now. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one. Now, this one definitely does make the standard version a lot more stronger with that link attribute. But other than that, I think this one does not really have a whole lot of crazy portrait. So this one is simply just not going to be a skip because the standard version does have the alteration. So that one is going to be able to hit harder essentially, right? So that's pretty much the only difference. And then coming up top, we do have the crew motivation, obviously, and yes, just this is probably just more or less like a side news I want to cover for you guys. So over the weekend, over at the Anime NYC, they have announced the winner for the bitter finals over here. So yeah, two of my friends actually got it. So big shout out to them. Shout out to Rex and then Lamar. They actually won. So yeah, their entry is actually really spectacular. So Rex is the one that is with like the Zeonic kind of demon and all that. So that was really good. And then Lamar is the one that is like on the right hand side. His design is actually really good as well. Just having that white color as the base and then having that gold as like the underneath color, that was really good. So shout out to both of them. They they won. So up like the people I know, those are the two that won. So I'm just like I'm really proud of them. But other than that, let's actually go back into the game, shall we? So this is XTM. I have kind of had this already. But yeah, this is pretty much what we are looking at. So we do have pretty much everything settled down for the gen already. Like I said again, the only thing that I'm pretty much expecting to be like a completely new, or maybe the toss to like a beam saber-esque, probably these two, right? These things right there, they could potentially throw this in as like another pair of like a melee weapon and all that. But yeah, as for the war tech with this one, currently they aren't really going to be the best. You have close combat, Gundam type for space, and then for computers. So I don't really know what else they can pack. They can probably make this one into like a really streamlined melee unit. Probably tossing like high firepower or even high mobility and etc. But close combat, Gundam side, I feel like that's probably going to be the core. If not, for space, probably could be another one that they're buffing again. Just like what they did for the Arios and then the big scale strike Nord. But other than that, that's pretty much it, right? Since I do have these two EXQ all traded, so let me show you guys what they are hitting currently. I do have these two all traded, these two, the Bronico and then the Prominent. So this one is hitting like a S minus. If they are going to be recycling this exactly same EXQ, you can expect probably like the SS power if they recycle it, right? And then in terms of this effects, they probably might change it up. But I think the main thing they will keep is definitely going to be the melee attack up right there. And this one, I tested this out already. This one is not an awakenable, while the back part is. So you can use both of them together, and then you guys will be able to stack the attacks. This one is going to be the Dark Matter Blaze. This one is actually a fairly fun EXQ. So it's not bad. This one does actually raises melee attack up as well. If they are going to be recycling this one is probably going to be something we see, and this one probably may get a higher power treatment. So let me hop into a quick multi-mission for you guys, and then just gonna show you guys how it looks like, and then that's gonna be pretty much it. Alright, so we are in the multi-mission over here, so let's see what we can do. So this is probably just going to be a quick showcase, because I am not sure if they're going to be releasing the same thing. So let's actually get started with the actual custom EXQ, the Bronico, and then the Prominent here. Let's see, so yeah, this EXQ honestly just looks sick. Two stab right there. Exactly, just look at the anime. So let's see this one. So this one is going to be your Awakening, and this is nuts. This one giving you all sort of like attacks over here, like just moving around, dashing around, which kind of make this EX skill. You can. So if you have a mop of enemy, then you can kind of call this one like a good quote unquote AOE attacker. But yeah, but I wouldn't necessarily call this like really great melee AOE because I don't think it exists, right? But yeah, you guys can see that you kind of dash around, you poke here and there, so this makes it a very good EX cube. But keep that in mind, as for the backward EX cube, that animation actually does exist into a welfare unit, so kind of keep that in mind right there. If you're talking about, oh, that EX cube animation looks fancy, no, they actually did recycle that one into another welfare unit, so that's kind of sad. But other than that, that is going to be pretty much it. So just a quick showcase of the original, the pre-existing Exia Dark Matter. To this day, like as a recording, I do not know what going to be the EX skill, or if they're going to be recycled it new, I do not know that. But other than that, we shall know in the next few, I want to say not in the next few hours, probably I want to say in the next 12 hours, because yeah, other than that, that's going to be pretty much it, and then I'll be catching you all when the update is out.